Hello. Oh, I still haven't started. Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games extremely stylishly. Today is gonna be the finale of the God of War 3 Pain Plus Redux, as you all know it. The rules for Pain Plus are all in the description. This is the latest version of the... What is this? Are we live or what? Are we live? Let me just check because something is not right. The rules for the Pain Plus are all in the description. It's a whole bunch of you can't do this, you can't do that. Just waiting to see if the stream popped up. Sure enough, the stream popped up. Popped up, not popped off. We left off here last time. Just setting up the video right now. God of War 3 Pain Plus, done. Show more. No to altered contents. Add the tags to the stream so that it gets pushed. Write down God of War 3. Save. We're done. I was just about to boot up Dark Souls 2. Guess not. Yo Listy. Yo Scorpy. Yo Mob Tony. We are back. We left off here last time and let's continue. Oh, I was trying to duck that attack. It'll make sense what I mean by duck that attack when I do this and get hit with the second one. Essentially, last stream we found out that you can duck this attack by pluming them. Like basically this guy sprints at you. Boom. And you duck it and attack him. Oh my god, that timing has to be correct. So this Pain Plus run, the rules are on the description. You cannot open chests. It has to be no upgrades. It has to be on the hardest difficulty. That fucking hurt. Can't use magic, can't use rage, can't use items, can't upgrade anything, can't extend my meters. I can't parry attacks back with the Golden Fleece, be it projectiles or melee. I can, however, perfect parry, that's fine. This is called Pain Plus Redux because this is like the best strats I know of right now. So like this is the most recent thing. Besides this being a Redux, this is also a run to put huge more emphasis on the deep hit. This attack from up close deals double damage. So like this entire run is focused on outputting the best we can with this attack from up close. And so far, we've showcased some nice stuff. Like I can probably isolate these guys like every other Pain Plus that I've done. Just not this one. And this is a very cute thing now that I learned about it. Just the fact that you can do this, duck the attack and output damage. I did not know that reaches. I expected that back there to reach. It's good, honestly, like, as a punish, it is amazing that I can just do this, duck the attack. Okay, maybe not there. See, sometimes you should judge the timing. And if your timing is slightly poor, don't do it. I could isolate them, as I said, but like, I myself, I'm not trying to do that. Because I'm trying to put a lot more focus on the deep hits and like battling it out with them like head on. Boom. So while this is a Redux, it is also a run that puts huge emphasis on the deep hit system. Very nice deep hit right there. Even took out the one behind him. Boom. 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 Do they only do this attack in this stage? Or what? Very nice fight so far. Now let's try some isolation. Slowly get this guy on screen. Almost got clapped. Almost got clapped there too, so it wasn't worth doing the duck plume. Got over 3 duck run plus. A lot of ducking, which is... Fuck me! Okay, I'm not gonna play around with this when they're off screen. Just here to let you know that I love you and I love your streams content. Such fun times watching and interacting with you. Big fan. Yo, Dante! I'm glad you have that, you know, enthusiasm towards the stream. Damn! Oh, who's this guy? Yeah, the timing should be way more precise with that duck thing. I know it doesn't work on these swings right here. It only consistently works on the sprint swing, this one, when timed right. That was a huge waste of time to die back there, honestly. Boom. See, like that plume from up close on a big hitbox deals a double hit. And so like this Pain Plus run has a huge emphasis on that specifically. Since like before we thought it's fake and all that, you know. Thank God I didn't advance any further. Okay, come here. Let's do some isolation strats. This way I'm fighting him one-on-one. I love this combo of triangle, square, turn around, triangle. Poor timing, very, very poor timing. Took one straight to the chin. One is almost down though. I just had an ick that would connect back there, so thank God I blocked. This is a hard fight so far. And I also am putting in mind to fight to get both to circle at the same time. That's one down. Time to get this second to circle as well. This is a very interesting... Fuck me, I did not anticipate the timing there. Very interesting fight so far. Thank God I turned off, like I changed the idea of having, you know, Harris Chalice or whatever. That way we wouldn't be able to take risks like these right here. So I'm gonna save the Harris Chalice shit to later. Boom. Deep hit. Very well placed attacks. Made good work of this guy. So mainly the part that got a bit refined here, I want to say refined but changed, was mainly the first wave of these guys. The rest is pretty clearly just a bunch of this. So very, very nice fight. Anybody else? No? Have you guys seen the MGS Delta trailer that got leaked before State of Play? Is it like a new one? I've seen a lot of trailers. Is the square triangle duck an iframe? It's not an iframe, no. You are vulnerable. It's just that your the guy attacks very as a like a high attack and you're ducking while it's happening. So yeah, that's what's going on. For all I know, it could even happen with this if you're ducking the same way as this. Well, though this one you duck way much more than the other one. Ducking really are reliable in this moment considering the risk to reward ratio. I mean, your reward is a double damaging this. So it is fun to play around with. It makes the fight a lot more interactable. And it objectively just outputs more damage on the enemy, on the Talos. So I don't see a lot lost here. And if you're gonna block like a pussy and then attack, I'm not saying you're not allowed to do that. Obviously you are, but like... Mamma mia. My chest and back are broken from the recent exercises. You know, every day I get hit with a new video that tells me to decrease my exercise ratio or whatever. Like just today I saw that Jeff Nippard, what's his name? That science-based workaholic, exerciseaholic, triceaholic. That guy, he said a study showed that doing one extensive set of each exercise is enough in a day. So picture this, I go to the gym, I do one set of incline, for a chest day, for example. One set of decline, one butterfly, and then, you know, just continue with my triceps, just like one triceps pull down. Like, next thing you know, a video is gonna come out telling us just stay at home and don't even exercise, muscle will grow. Yeah, the short guy, Jeff Nipple, that guy, yeah. Let's start this bowling encounter. So, I want to talk to you guys regarding something that has to do with the S rank run that I was talking about a while back. Oh, I died. The S rank run, I'm trying to incorporate something into it. And that being... environmental kills. These have to exist even if I can't really have a counter system in the game counting environmental kills for me. These just have to exist. I'm sorry, like, it's just needed. God of War is begging for it, if I'm being honest. Let's some of them down at least this time. Boom, stay there, please. This guy's dead. Ah, barely. Thank God I didn't also land on it. So, the S rank run is entering its starting stage, and it's good. It's looking good. It's looking good as a mission structured game for God of War 3. Oh, fuck! So, the plan is to add environmental kills, but these guys are gonna they're gonna take a while to work on, basically. Since, like, you don't have an in-game counter that counts, say it counts ring outs for you. You don't have that. I can work with some of this. Oh, is that 2 Minotaurs dead? Yeah. I'm gonna talk about the environmental system later, okay? There's no time for that. Right now I have to focus on this. How can I paint plus this without cheesing it? That's like the idea here. Ah! Do triceps exercises in gym. That's what I've been doing. Why am I not memorized? Let me just memorize where these appear. So the next one is here. Bad alignment. So upper right, lower left. There used to be a time where I memorized where these land. I didn't die. Next one is here. I entered the vicinity to die. I just want to keep him here now. Really? He just wall splat off of that? Stay there. My lovely combat grapple. My lovely trusty combat grapple. So how's your steroid cycle going on? Bro, I'm barely on breakfast. I thought... Let me see what goes here. I'm dead? I'm dead. I'm dead. In here, the spikes appear on 2 floors. I remember when the trusty and lovely CG caused you an Oko attempt against Hades. It was a misplacement of the timing of the misplacement that happened at the time. I blame me. I don't blame the move. You see, you do it in a time where Hades is rising up. And so I did it exactly a frame before he was trying to fly up, basically. Getting knockbacks on these guys is better, since it does that cool effect where it just knocks everybody back, see? Like, these guys don't even score a half collision for no reason at all. Can you stay there? Nope. So yeah, I always did that combat grapple whenever Hades was trying to rise completely up. That one time I did it way too early. Just gotta get lucky with this siren. No, not that! Thank God I didn't parry a projectile. Yes. Oh, I thought she got the circle on top. Could have sworn I saw it. I saw it. No! Why do this? I did this! I remember when, imagine if Attack on Titan was named Attack on Olympians, and the Titans were called Olympians. I can imagine that. Oh, I can imagine many things, honey. Another wall splat. Okay, stay there, y'all. All of y'all. Fuck, the guy I wanted to stay there didn't stay there. Die, die, die. No, he didn't die. Only one place left on Earth. Actually, knock them all back. I don't care. I don't want them to die with the spikes. But I did the ascension. But you have iframes while ascending. The iframes for ascension kick off way later into the ascension. Landed him right on the spikes. Okay, a bunch of you dead. Not really. That knockback is super good. I'm just placing it at bad spots. Imagine Dragons. The true way to approach this fight is to memorize the patterns on the ground. Like, you can easily memorize the first 4 and just win your next restart. Fuck. I'm just gonna wait for it to come over here. Or wait for the Harper. Why are red orbs not used at all? It's a pain +1. What just hit me? I wasn't even looking at the screen. What just hit me, man? It's a pain +1. I can't upgrade. That's why they're not used. This fucking guy. He just fucking sniped me off of the harpy. Misery. You insist that the way that the world get alpha'd. You got with that before? All of you towards the spikes. Not a single one you motherfuckers slip. Die? Nah. That's all of them. These guys' attacks, they reach. It was a siren projectile. Interesting. So let's keep blocking here. 1, 2, boom. And we're fucked. I wanted to grab and just risk it, but it is what it is. I want to keep them there. This guy never reaches with this combat grapple. I should be focusing on this Minotaur right here, this one. Thanks for the wall splat wall. Thanks for another almost wall splat wall. Combat grapple in its range. There's the wall haul P. Wait as fuck, boy. Now you missed one encounter. And you're right here now on one of the best. 1, 2, 3. God damn, that toss is far. That's a lot of them dead. That's another lot of them dead. That's the best encounter of all time, man. God, I love this encounter. It just went so right. This cheap trick to gain a checkpoint. Then we backtrack. Oh, they despawned. Woe is me. I mean, I could have beaten them, but like, I wanted to be completely sure. Let's hit that like button down there, fellas. Share the stream with your grandma and grandpa, God of War lovers. Hell yeah. So let me talk about the S rank run. So far, let me just read out loud. Hold on. Let me read out loud the mission names. So here's how it's gonna go from what we have right now. This is early stages of the mission structure. So mission 1 is called the Great War. It's from the start of the game until Gaia punches Poseidon. That's when the mission ends. Mission 2 is called Fall from Grace. That's when the manual save of the underworld happens. So that point until we meet Hephaestus. Destroyer of Order is mission 3. This is one of the longer missions, 29 minutes based off of the Oko that I did. This one is from Hephaestus to Hephaestus. So basically you meet Hephaestus at the end of Fall from Grace. Is that what it's called? Fall from Grace. The third mission starts with meeting Hephaestus, then you go around, get the Blade of Olympus Rage mode, and you go into the palace, kill Hades, come back to Hephaestus. That's when the mission ends. That's mission 3. Mission 4 is City of Olympia. It starts from the, preparation to the City of Olympia. Like, you just finished talking to Hephaestus after killing Hades. You go to the lever, do that Talos encounter. Then you go through the entirety of the City of Olympia until you gauge Helios' head out. Light the way and then reach the first manual save in Eos. So then starts another mission, which is mission 5, called Eternal Darkness. Since like you fucked the world up and whatnot. And by the way, I decided to just call them missions. I'm not even going to go with labors or whatever edgy name you're going to come up with. Destroyer of Ardor. Where have I heard this before? Not Ardor, Order. Since he fucks up Hades and all that. Like the place, not just Hades himself. He messes up the order of the world or whatever. Eternal Darkness starts from Eos all the way until you trigger the cutscene at the end of the caverns and meet Hermes, sorry. Then starts another mission with the manual save up there, right after talking to Hermes. That's when the mission starts. This mission is going to be called Mission 6. It's called the Ass of Zeus. This is a short mission. It's one of the shorter missions. It's around 10 minutes in the Oko, so I don't know how much it's going to be later on. Time management is going to be very hard to make for these missions. Then this mission ends the moment you kill Hermes and climb and save in the Grand Vestibule. Then starts another mission called Measure of Strength and Power. This is the name of the mission because you are at the Mountain of Olympus. You go through a gauntlet. Basically, you fight the Cyclops enforcers. You enter fighting the Sirens and Undead. It's a very fun section. Then you go through that very awesome elevator encounter with the Gorgon. Then you go through and fight 2 wraiths and all that. So it's basically a gauntlet at that point. The mission is called Measure of Strength and Power. That's to quote Zeus at the start of the game. A mountain that has come to be the absolute measure of strength and power. That's where I took the name from. So then starts another mission, Mission 8. This one is also one of the longer missions. 24 minutes in the Oko. I'm pretty sure it's going to be shorter later. And I'll explain something to earn time for yourself in the S rank run. Mission 8 is going to be called Brothers of Blood. This one starts with the manual save of Hercules and ends when you basically finish the Chamber of Poseidon. When you trap the princess in and trigger the cutscene and Kratos goes, Pandora, what's happened? And that. So that's that mission called Brothers of Blood. Then we enter mission 9 and it's called Hell's Calamity. It's because you destroy the core part of fucking hell. Which Tartarus is that. I believe Tartarus and Elysium is that. I don't know. But like you destroy sections of hell. If destroying Hades wasn't enough, you are destroying Tartarus' living, breathing thing as well, which is Kronos. So Hell's Calamity starts from the manual save after Aphrodite and Hephaestus. That way you can just skip a whole bunch of cutscenes and not even play them. You basically, for this run, you're going to need a couple of manual saves, but not a lot. Plus, you can just do it with one sitting and what your next run, basically. Have a save, and then, like, if you take a hit or other conditions get broken, you restart back to that save. That you restart the mission if you're willing to do the S rank. I'll do it first, of course. Hell's Calamity starts from after Hephaestus and Aphrodite. That manual save. Then you enter Tartarus fighting the Centaur, the double Chimera, then Tartarus encounters, and then Kronos. So that's that. And it ends when you stab Kronos and the cutscene plays. Like, stabbing Kronos is the end of the mission. Then starts mission 10, which is Return to the Caverns. Pretty obvious. This mission begins with the manual save in Hera's garden. Like, right after triggering the amulet cutscene, you can basically have a manual save. Right after picking up the chalice. That's when that mission begins, at that manual save. All the way until you beat the Cyclops encounter in the caverns. So like this mission is called Return to the Caverns. Then start mission 11. Mission 11 is called Pandora's Guardians. So it's basically to mimic and recall what happened in God of War 1 and whatnot. Where at one point you had Pandora's Guardian. It was the Minotaur. So now you have Pandora's Guardians, which is Scorpius, and some other enemies basically standing in your way to opening up the labyrinth, which starts the next mission. So mission 11 is Pandora's Guardians. I know I added an S at the end. From after the Cyclops encounter, that point. So basically you go ahead forward, do a couple of encounters, then fight Scorpius, then fight 1 or 2 encounters, and then enter the labyrinth. That mission ends when you like reach the cutscene of Daedalus. Then starts another mission called Labyrinth, mission 12. This one is also one of the longer missions. It's the end game. It's supposed to have challenging long missions. So Labyrinth is pretty obvious what I'm doing right now. The start of the Labyrinth with the two Talos guys. all the way until you arise from the labyrinth. So like that's what's going on. That's called the labyrinth. That mission is a very long mission. Then starts another mission, mission 13, and it's called Hell's Last Stand. This one is literally self-descriptive. Hell's Last Stand, so it's the last couple of line of defense in front of you before actually destroying the world proper. So you have the flight, the gliding, the drop section where you're flying and you can't get hit. That is the most difficult one. Followed by the Cerberus, followed by the Sirens and Dogs encounter, followed by the Satyrs and Shieldy Boys encounters. And the mission ends the moment you just break all the chains in perfect time, go ahead, glide, and when the glide ends, that's when the mission ends. Mission 14 is called Vengeance. It starts with the manual save of Zeus, though the timer for that mission starts after the cutscene of Zeus. So that say you fuck up in the first fight, you restart the fight. You don't want to go through 3 minutes of cutscenes. No, you just restart the fight. The moment Kratos gets pissed and launches him and does this, that's when the mission begins. That's about it for the mission structure. I can just talk about other stuff as I play right now, now that I've laid out the mission structure for God of War 3. Hell's Last Stand is mid. Good mid. The second visit to Hell, I remember ranking that pretty high in my God of War 3 sections video. I like that. Boom. So I'm gonna be introducing a system called environment kills. Now it is hard to keep track of insane amounts of environment kills because God of War 3 is all about it's all about environment kills and whatnot. So expecting a player doing the S rank to count up all the environment kills is gonna be difficult. Plus I'm gonna have different things to count as environmental kills. It's not gonna be just like ring outs or whatever. So environment kills happen if you do this to an undead. Basically bash his head against a wall. You gain a bonus as an environment kill. So that back there is an environment kill. I only thought of it because you're bashing his head against a wall and the wall is an environment. So that is an environment kill. Ringing out is an environment kill. That spikes encounter that you saw back there, if I kill enemies on top of it, that's an environment kill. So, you know, it's gonna get more finalized later on what an environment kill is, what isn't an environment kill, what counts, what doesn't count, okay? So let's not get too busy on what is and isn't an environment kill. Although I believe the idea to be pretty clear. It's gonna hopefully get a bit more clear later on. I don't see it making any sense to anyone right now. So like this right here, this kill, this specific kill of the undead is an environment kill. Even wall splash, like if I knock this thing back to a wall, which the wall deals 1 damage when you knock back enemies to it. That is still gonna be an environment kill. Just in case you were wondering or something. That right there was an environment kill. Boom. Grabs have no bonuses, by the way, which is very sad since like grabs are a big part of God of War. But like it's gonna be hard to keep count of them. I'm gonna make one thing to keep count of while doing God of War 3's S rank run. Should you want to try it or whatever. I'm gonna of course try it. So the criteria for the missions and to gain S ranks in them are very simple. They're basically legacy stuff for S ranks. So very simplistic. You need time to make it through the mission in the right time, and to not take damage. I don't know if I'm gonna make it not taking damage or mandatory equipment of Where is it? Harris Chalice. Where's the Gum Chalice? This one. This one almost makes you one shot, but not totally one shot. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it a total no damage run. I may do it that, you know? Since I'm not sure, but I believe DMC 1 through 3, or a lot of games that have damage as a thing, as a requirement for S rank, they flat out demand no damage. Like, no, not a single bit of damage. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it the Harris Chalice or just like normal, not taking damage. But I'm probably sure I'm gonna just make it no damage, like make it difficult to get the S rank, while also having to be fast. So it's not just a no damage, boring slop like God of War Oko runs. It's gonna be it's gonna demand something from the player, okay? So it's gonna demand some stuff. You're gonna run short on times. You're gonna run short on time if you don't do environmental kills. It's gonna be my way of punishing people who don't actually use environmentals in the game. Especially what I consider to be environmentals, especially in this run. So you're gonna be short on time most of the time if you do not use environmental kills. This is gonna be a good way to incentivize the player to do the environmental kills. Now, how does the environmental kill system work? Like, do I just bash an enemy's head to the wall and that's it? Like, is there a specific number in a mission on how many environmental kills do I have to do? No. It's all gonna get tied back to the time. So for every environmental kill, you get 10 seconds back. And explodable pots are also environmental kills. Friendly fire petrification is also environmental kill. Not grabbing a Gorgon and then doing this or parrying a beam. That doesn't count as environmental kill. I'm saying friendly fire, like launching an enemy in front of a beam and then they fall and shatter. So the environmentals give you 10 seconds back. So you gain back 10 seconds whenever you do an environmental kill. But you may say it's gonna be hard to keep count of environmental kills. We're fighting all sorts of enemies while playing. All you have to do is count them as you're doing a single fight. And when you're done, say you did 5 environmental kills in a given fight. All you have to do is just do this when you're done with the encounter. 1, or just like there's 2 that spend it. And there's another 2. This is so fucking fast. I'm gonna have to probably find some other way to do this. But for now, this is all you have to do. Just like you did 5 in that encounter, 5 environmental kills. And time pauses when you're here. See the timer? Total playtime? Hold on. My stupid head is blocking the way. See the timer right here? So you're kind of Gucci when you pause. You can pause and just keep up with your progress by doing one of these, just upgrading something from here. Just remember how much it is at the start when you start with it. Like, it's very hard to it is very hard to keep up with this. So maybe you're gonna need a pencil or a pen and paper next to you, or to write it down on your phone. Now you may say, what if I ring out multiple enemies? I just rang out 10 enemies. How am I gonna keep count of that? Or maybe some odd number like 13 enemies. I just did an environmental kill with 1 move on 13 enemies. If you do that, there is a cap to how much you earn, which is 30 seconds. If you say you ring out 5 enemies with 1 combat grapple, you still get only 30 seconds. Say you ring out 10 enemies with 1 knockback, you still only gain 30 seconds. So it's not like you're gonna really lose count. And that's about it. That's all you're gonna need to keep, environmental kills in mind. This is gonna be like a huge incentive to gaining back time. Like, if you don't use a lot of environmental kills, you dead ass may just not get the S rank in some missions. Like, the time is gonna be, I'm gonna try to make the time tight to a point where you're incentivized to do that. And it's like, that's gonna create a type of thing sometimes where, do I take this undead and bash him to the wall to gain 10 seconds? Which still loses me sometimes, or do I just damage kill him a ton? He's low on health sometimes. I don't want to grab him and do something and then it adds 5 seconds to me at max. Whereas when you do it in mass, you gain a lot of time. We need to write and read? Heck no. You don't need to write. See, here's what I care about everywhere I work. Not just work. And like it lifts off here as well. So like if you do kind of notice what I'm going with, I'm trying to go with convenience. Trying to convenience the player who's going to do an S rank as much as possible. For starters, I'm going to keep on doing that run. It's going to be very, very fun to do. I'm doing this for myself on a big part. And then for the community as a secondary thing. I know you guys are going to love it. So I'm doing this to also for it to work for other people as well. So I'm not going to incorporate any weird things. I'm looking for convenience. The best way I found to like, you know, like maybe there's another way. Like coming over here, you did some environmental kills in an encounter. You just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You did like 8 of them or whatever. Then you can count them by the end of the mission by coming over here. Like it could be anything really. Like, okay, maybe not the screen location. Don't fuck with that. How's the brightness? Yeah, you can just edit any liner in here. I'm gonna figure something out. Write it down on somewhere or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You can't quit in the mission in here. You have to actually go through the cutscene and no damage it like command. What I'm gonna do, however, is boom. 1 hour gauntlet of deaths incoming. I'm not gonna incorporate weird things, guys. Let's do Harris Chalice for SSSSS. I mean, Harris Chalice would pretty much be easier than the S rank run because you survive a lot of hits at times. Instead of adding time gains, make orbs a category. This way you are motivated to get more brutal, ruthless kills and higher hit count. The problem is where do you take all these orbs? And like that's not interesting. Just like grabbing, it's already a system in the game. Brutal kills. Those are pretty much grab kills, right? Even red orbs collected actually. So you can add that as a side hustle. What I'm taking out of this is the time. And of course the damage is pretty clear. Like if I take a hit, I'm just restarting. Time, orbs, damage, simple stuff. It wouldn't be different. Like you just, I don't know. There wouldn't be anything adding or decreasing the time by that way. Is there anything I can redux in this fight? God over 2 Oko Redux coming. Oko wait, I thought you said Pain Plus Redux. Why would you want an Oko Redux? What is wrong with the current Oko? Matter of fact, what would you change from the current Oko? So a fun no damage run then? Actually, it's not just a fun no damage run. You have time after you and all that. A fun no damage run takes risks, but does not commit to any environmental kills. Especially like not ones that I'm planning to incorporate. But in a sense, it is what you just called, yeah. So like doing this in here would be better than the other triangle or whatever. I light these things up so that I don't run into problems later on. So like instead of doing this, you'd want to fiend for doing that other one. Boom. Like this fight is gonna be difficult. And by the way, the S rank run is, and I preface, the S rank run is sadly gonna be a no upgrade run plus. Which isn't like the end of the world or anything, since God of War 3 is very amazing in no upgrade runs. God of War 3 is very awesome in no upgrade run plus. And I would have loved it if it was on vanilla. But it's just hard to keep up with manual saves. Like one manual save could have an upgrade. The next manual save could not have an upgrade. So like there's no balance. This game does not have a mission structure to it. There's not really much I can do about reduxing this fight. I'm just saying, like, I can just play better than prior Pain Plus runs. Which I love 3's Pain Plus because it adds this level, this element right here. All the care and slowness I'm putting into the fight is very unlike the usual God of War 3 combat experience. So like it turns into this calculated game where you don't hit the wrong enemy at the wrong time with the wrong weapon. More shieldy boys. Pandora can do an Oko with the other what? With the what? Thanks for the wall splat. Thank you, wall splats. Fuck my timing. I'm gonna take out the other guy quickly. I messed up the fight for myself by grabbing this guy now. Well, we're cool. What is the risk here? You are putting out insane damage and you are also getting rewarded with more time for that. Are you talking about the battering ram thing? I don't know. I just see it as a game switcher. Like, you don't usually go for a lot of that in your runs. And I don't see like a better alternative. Something like just red orbs counting and whatever never appealed to me. Like, hell, I never like just red orbs counting or whatever. Didn't like it in DMC4, didn't like it in any DMC. Almost buried that. Good thing I didn't. Boom. Stay in that corner, please. Oh my god, let go. Knock her to the camera. Boom. So I knocked that one down, then grab her when she drops. Like this. Boom. And that's that. If you don't want to count orbs, alas, but leave environment kills out and don't allow checkpoint restarts for damage taken. One mission should be single segment. That is the idea. You do the entire mission in a single segment, S-rank it and whatnot. It's been the whole idea. What's the point of restarting at that point? But I'm not leaving environmental kills out of this. Time setting for the missions is not gonna be fun at all. Or engaging at all. It's just gonna be, hey, speedrun this mission right here. Like, what are we even doing if it's just literally the same as speedrun this mission? It will make for some... Ah! Thought I could strafe that. Guys are going for some nasty hits. Come here, my fellow American. Oh my god, this guy's been hunting me from hell and back. This way? Oh, fuck. Thought I would Orion's Harpoon him. Damn. That specific wall splat is not the same as the other wall splats that sets the enemies up perfectly for Orion's Harpoon. Damn. That one sets them up for nothing. You can't air grab them. You can't Orion's Harpoon them. I need some of that health back, sir. What is next after beating God over 3 pain plus Durex? I'll tell you what's next. I actually won't. There's a lot of runs I can do. So I'm not in a hurry of instantly planning what I'm, gonna do after this. Though I am planning to dive a lot more into content creation, which I haven't done so in a hot minute. Spawn the Wraith? Maybe? No, not yet. Or is Shieldy Boy's gonna come up? No. Thank God these don't count as a projectile. They just count as a melee attack from an enemy. It would have been a bitch to parry those, and Kratos automatically parries them back to them. Here's me showcasing the power of wall splats. Damn. Dead with that. What a fight. God, I love this fight. We still here, huh? Yeah, I think I lost once. Not sure. Do a true Artemis Pain plus pain. I've already done that. Oko gets more views. I don't care about that. Which it's true though, by the way. It is very fucking true. Oko is amazing for entertainment. People tune the fuck in for that. Because it's just on such a grand level. Then why did you say you will restart checkpoint if you take damage? No, you restart the entire mission. If I said that, I must have been busy with something, or my words didn't come out right. There is no checkpoint restarting in a mission. You have to S rank it in a single segment. The actual Oko I should have always went with. Instead I went with the actual Oko. Now let's read some of the comments, since I'm sure I missed some. If you don't want to count orbs, alas, but leave environmental kills out and don't allow checkpoint restart. I read that. Replace the head bash with the wall splat that you do with X instead of the BR. Harder to kill and doesn't do that great of a damage on surrounding enemies. Why do you now want to do great damage? Anyways, this mission right here ends when you get to the save. So like the mission right here, I think it's mission 12. It ends when you get to the save data right here. Let me just check my notes again. The mission called Labyrinth. It is mission 12, yeah. Now starts Hell's Last Stand. Starts right here. If you don't want to count orbs, I read that.
The chain, Kratos. My father once told
Let's see how time will be now with all these environmental kills. Whoops, we got negative time. You won't be having negative time. It's gonna be a lot of stuff to calculate, hopefully. Not a lot of stuff to calculate, actually. It's a very simplistic idea. Have time, have some stuff that give you more time. So the time's gonna be more strict. Getting damage should get you back to the start of each mission. If you want to get the perfect S rank, of course. So this is gonna be like a mission that is gonna start up well. Like for S ranks, this mission right here is gonna be peak. It's literally all combat. It's amazing. Like this part right here is not combat, but like you get what I mean. It's all gameplay. There's a thing that happens here. I believe it happens because you stand for too long without doing anything, without moving the analog. Or like slightly moving the analog. And it makes Kratos just dash forward even further, more aggressively for no reason. It's a speed boost. But you don't want it. I love the sections of Icarus vents a lot. I'll read that in a second. Scorpy. Because it goes against, that's all that I read. Because it goes against your philosophy of interesting. You will always do a BR when you can, because there's no reason not to. Why would you always do a BR? There will be spots where you do ring outs. There will, and it's not like every encounter is an undead. So the approach to this guy is again deep hits from up close. And of course dog grabs. But generally, like, I want to be aggressive in this fight. It's gonna be the first ever aggressive pain plus in this spot. Though again, I'm gonna make it to the last phase and I'm just gonna turn into a pussy mode again. Ah! Fell into the trap. Where he throws a dog, you go to grab him. And instead Kratos grabs the big guy. Oku is where money's at. Right, but I hate it. You will always do a BR when you can because there's no reason not to. There are reasons actually not to do that. See, at times, going ham with the Nemean Cestus on a bunch of undeads. What are you gonna do now? You have a lot of undeads around you. You have walls around you. The time it takes to head bash every undead is gonna be longer than the time it takes to just triangle all of them with the Cestus. And it will also prove to be a choice between, do I go for a throw to risk getting a kill, or should I go for easier alt, that is BR? Well, it does create the dynamic of, you know, there's this thing I can do to gain a bit more time if I know I'm running short on time. That's how I thought about it whenever I made it. Very nice strafing to not make him aggro. Boom. Boom. Whenever we can. This is very fun. The fact that I know I'm outputting double damage from up close is just very awesome. Amazing. The more optimal route is to safely toss dogs towards him, as we all know. Ouch. That attack is very hard to keep on dodging. Like, you may even dodge the first couple of swings from the satyr, but his swings just keep on going and going and going. See that attack? Like, you can never mash, you know, dodge against him and escape it. Okay, now I want to take out the Cerberus actually, and not the satyr. I want to take out the satyr. Because I don't want like two fresh satyrs right now. Which is something I've never done in a Pain Plus run, I believe. I've done recently in another run, but not in Pain Plus. How the fuck did that jump come out? For the love of God. I was doing this and my hand barely touched the X. And we got this, which is a disqualification in Pain Plus. It's the bitch I was talking about earlier. Fighting this dog feels like fighting Theseus. I hated them both. Well, let me tell you something that is gonna save your life. All you need, now bear with me for a second, is to do this. This deals very nice damage on him. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure you're not even doing Pain Plus, so use the bow for maximizing your DPS. Just safely bow from afar. If he does the slam with the fireballs, just block it from afar. Don't block the initial slap with the hand. That one's like an unblockable. But like the flying fireballs can be blocked. And you can do something else to provoke taunts in this fight, which is run towards the boundary. That way the enemies taunt, like this. If they're in mid-range, not in far range or close range. So whenever he starts up a taunt, you attack towards the outside, doing this, and then do the same thing again. Doing this, and then again. Until surely but slowly but surely you get him. Can I get a deep hit? Can I get a deep hit in the chat? Off of that taunt exploit? I missed my chance to try it out. I don't know if I can do a deep hit then come back to taunt exploit. So yeah. As for the satyrs, launching them with the Nemesis Whip is the best thing. And there's me going dead. The satyrs, you just want to launch them with this. Just boom, air grab. Boom, air grab. Or, you know, you can even just do this into circle. For the Orion's Harpoon, the ground air grab. Though I understand your frustration, not knowing these perks can be a bit hard on a player. So I learned recently from Mr. Wright that these dogs that I'm tossing, the explosion itself is not dealing the damage. The explosion is literally just friendly fire explosion. It does nothing. What is dealing the damage is the actual collision itself. Like it's a dead ass 20 damage in collision. That means someone specifically went up there, added the number of that collision and made it 20. Rather than the 5 that a lot of enemies have. So do whatever you want to do with that information. Collision in God of War 3. This is the only place they are crazily useful. And I mean crazily. As if you're playing God of War 1 or 2. On to the satyr fight. If only this motherfucker didn't block so much. The satyr blocks a lot in this game. Enemies blocking in God of War is about the only RNG or I guess random thing I like in a video game. It makes unpredictability. And especially God of War 2 does it crazy well. In God of War 3, the satyrs do it well. In God of War 2, the Hades Minotaurs do it very nicely. Hades Minotaurs just block everything. For no reason at all. Like, the rate of them blocking something is higher than them taking a hit. Fuck. I'm never doing that again. I'm not good at doing that. The plan is to grab him and be done with the grab way before this Cerberus arrives. I'm just gonna keep on doing this. These deal like half the damage of a ground grab. Block this. Unless it drops on your head head on. That way you take the hit like a champ and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay. I want to take the Cerberus down, but man, is he tanky. And the satyr is dead. Back to our daily routines. And he was this close from getting injured? Fuck. You need 8 arrows. Oh yeah, let's talk about the air grabs and Orion's harpoons. I got trapped in the collision of that pillar. You need 8 AROS or OH to kill a satyr, not 6. Yeah, where it takes 3 ground grabs to take out a satyr. This fight is very hard even on vanilla, true. It's very, very fun as well. It is the fun hard. As in it is interactive. It is core gameplay, that's the most thing I care about, man. Keep the difficulty coming as long as it's core gameplay. That PS2 Barbie game? Was it a Barbie game or was it a Bratz game? Come on now. Spell the name right, damn it. I love the little strafe I do right before, like just move a little here, boom, and then strafe around the dog, and then slam the thing. I'll get him this time though. Hey, this works. And then it's a deep hit. Boom, see? Ah, the unblockable. Fuck me. Reduce my health down to smithereens with one hit. Is this better DPS? I don't know. Than going to the entirety of the spirit? They played me like a damn fiddle. Ah, you should have rolled. It's done. For me it is. Let me just lower the audio and talk about some stuff, you know? I want to talk about some shit. I wish the Sword of the Gods in God 1 was playable outside the last fight with Ares. So, it's a good thing you bring that up. I'm doing the special attacks ranking, and every time I get to that sword, the special attacks are horrible, but I'm just like constantly wondering, how would those fare in the actual game? Like, just even if just for fuck's sake, even if just for fun, how would they fare? And I'll never get that answer anytime soon. Maybe one day if Wolf makes a mod where you can actually play with that sword in the normal game, but for all I know, the latest shit about that whole situation is that the game does not treat it as playable Kratos in normal game. That whole segment of the last Hades fight, Ares fight, the game does not treat it like a moment-to-moment gameplay, you know, even though it is. You're jumping normally, you're attacking normally, you're everythinging normally, just like with a different weapon. So the game does not count it as a different weapon, basically. And so what I saw was a very silly thing where Wolf was pretty much forced to add Ares to any segment he wanted to try the sword in. So like say he wanted to try it in Challenge of the Gods 8, right? He was just trying the sword against normal enemies and whatnot. Ares has to be loaded into that specific, you know, battlefield or location that you're playing in. Without Ares, you cannot have access to the Kratos that uses the Blade of the Gods. Why is it coded that way? How was it coded that way? Fuck all knows. Just know that that's how it's coded. So like if you want, if I want to play with the sword with mods and whatever, I have to load Ares into anywhere I go. So you want to play like normally at the beginning of the game, Ares has to be somewhere on the map. Doesn't matter in which distance. It's weird. It's weird that it's coded like that. It should not be coded like that. It makes no sense for it to be coded like that. Like things like this just makes me wonder why. Like why did they code it that way? What difficulty did they face? Did they really just couldn't make it a normal other different secondary weapon? Most of the attacks are already reskins of Blade of Artemis attacks. Was it really that hard to incorporate that sword as a normal moment-to-moment Kratos gameplay? And that's literally how it is. That's the most recent I've heard about development for that sword to be used in normal gameplay. It is essentially not even like a normal Kratos thing. It's a segment thing. See the last segment where Kratos in this game goes first person mode and you beat Zeus? It counts as that. It's pretty well known that God of War dev team was on some serious crack while creating the game. It's insane to think that when looking at God of War 1, like a dev team created that masterpiece in 2005. Which to this day I ask, how the hell was that made in 2005? How was that cleanness and smoothness and game design made in 2005? Once you like put it together, nearly or almost like pretty much every game that would come out at the time was mission structured. God of War was always one of the few games that wasn't mission structured. Like it was like God of War 1, you don't just go through a mission end screen thing. Like even now for the S rank thing that I'm creating for God of War 3, I'm creating that for myself. There is no missions in God of War 3, obviously. Almost took a slap to the ass with that one back there. But yeah, that's the last I've heard about the Blade of the Gods being actually used in normal gameplay. Since like I myself asked Wolf about it, I was like, hey, is there ever a thing where I can maybe use the Blade of the Gods in normal gameplay? I'm really interested in trying out a run, and the Mad Lad just went ahead and did the testing and whatnot. And he showed me that footage and I laughed. I was at work at the time. The man was in Challenge of the Gods, in like one of the challenges of the gods in God of War 1. And basically Ares was way in the distance. I was like, what is this? And then I read what he had to, you know, write down. Then I got the meme, basically. He said Ares has to be loaded into the map for you to, you know, use the sword. It's like, what? Wait, it's not like it's not moment to moment Kratos. Like, isn't that just normal gameplay Kratos that I'm seeing on screen while fighting Ares in that second fight? Very, very well done. This fight is going very well, by the way. I'm just not talking about it enough. And he was like, no, the whole fight is just like a type of segment, if you will. It's not a, it looks like it's moment to moment Kratos gameplay, but it's not. And it's just weird, even when I talk about it right now. It's literally Kratos, normal Kratos movement, normal Kratos everything. But it's also not at the same time. I don't know how that works. I don't know why that they were forced to do that. I just know that that's the case. Very well done fight. Very well done fight so far. Still ain't over. See this trap where he does? He throws a dog towards you, knowing that you're gonna grab him. Then he sprints with him, resulting in you trying to grab him, which is not something you want. Deep hit. See how that hit me back there? If the fireball comes from overhead, it hits you and you're dead. That's why it's like blocking it is like an 80% chance of actually blocking it. Not like a complete, like a confirmed thing that, hey, you're gonna block this. No. But like you can block the fireballs and when they come in a splash type of way. So yeah, that hit back there was very uncalled for. But it is what it is. Like, I knew why I got hit back there. The initial way I approached this man, except here in the third phase, he's just very unpredictable and dangerous. Is to dodge his initial slap on the ground backwards and then start approaching him because the fireballs are now behind you. It is a very well designed attack. Let's increase the audio again. I think it's because of the health bar stuff. Which now, thank you for mentioning that. It now gets me speaking about the special attacks ranking. I can't judge the Blade of the Gods special attacks damage because of that. We know nothing about that. It's like in the ranking, I just throw it out there, and I basically rank them mostly on what they do, and like a small amount of estimate on how they would be like in a normal encounter. Which most of the specials are just ass, like it's pure ass. Sir, be over. I came all the way from Baghdad to Kurdistan just to visit you. Why, hello there. Ah, the uneven surface. That's that. What's your favorite video you've made? The God of War 3 perfect video. Why God of War 3 is the perfect game. Thank God That's still a disqualification, whatever. Kratos. Why are you favoring that hitbox? Hold on, now I'm gonna have to experiment what that area does. Son of a fuck, this guy has Ultra Instinct. Got the deep hit on his ass. Ah! We need a 2018 challenge run next, to be honest. The No Gamer Plus for that game was the most fun to watch, as there aren't many known strategies. Oh. You know what? You're kind of right. Come here, Satyr. Not much I can think of to refine this fight. It's already perfect. Oof, what was this flank? These guys think they're gaining like the upper hand on me or something. Not knowing my master plan. Hey, I never killed that guy with a combat grapple. Why does it sound like shields getting broken? No ring out? That was the plan! But they never cooperated. There's a squad. Are you gonna do no damage? God of War 2018 Ragnarok, just like 1, 2, 3. Now that's... I'm pretty sure you're talking about the big project videos and whatnot. Oof. Nice motherfucking challenge. Attaboy. God, I hate the grab detection of the Orion's Harpoon. It is ass in God of War 3, yet at the same time, it has built-in systems that make Orion's Harpoon a basic confirmed Orion's Harpoon. Like wall splat an enemy in front of you, and he's wall splat, you can even run up to him and press circle, and Kratos just does the Orion's Harpoon, which is amazing. Like that is a built-in thing in the game where you can do that. Except sometimes you launch an enemy right in front of you and you just don't Orion's Harpoon him. Which, like, the solid launcher like this has a high chance of working. You know, this and then circle. But this and then circle rarely works. Not rarely. Works sometimes, but I don't know. Like on some enemies it always works. Like the Harpies, it always works. I don't want to hit this series because I hate how much projectile spam there is. Talking about those 3 big parties are gonna do it with 2018 and Ragnarok? Nah. Don't believe I'll ever do it in other games. Off to the last encounter. And then we're off to fight Zeus. I really love your God of War 2 no-hit video. It really made me laugh a lot of times. And the effort you put in was noticeable too. Thank you. I always love it when people just react away about that video. Just like it truly just took a lot to make. It was a hard-ass video to make. Do my spirits reach from here? I forget. Yeah. If they don't dodge it, they do reach. Boom. Or they barely reach. Yeah. They just gotta not dodge it though. I almost gained iframes before dying there. Hardest video to make? I don't know. Like, hard in terms of editing? I suppose God of War 3's no damage video. Like, that one was dead ass. Demanding a TikTok level edit every second. Like, you're not gonna watch God of War 3's video and just go through a normal 5 seconds in that video, ever. There is not a single glimpse of normal play in that video. Normal video playing. Just pure unhinged humor to the max. Like, I took what God of War 2 did, and the approach for that video was very simple. Literally do everything I did in God of War 2, but more. Ooh, that was a nice ass fucking attack. The approach was fairly simple. Do everything I did for the God of War 2 no damage, but like crazier, more. Like more songs, more varied songs. The philosophy of just do more of this, basically. And it came out good, but man. Come on, grab me, grab me. The other one, the other one! The other one, grab me! The strat, hold on. How about we do this strat, but like in a more narrow way? Yeah, here. The problem here is that everybody's on screen. See? So attacking me, picking on me in here is easier. See, everybody's on screen, everybody's attacking. Here though, it's better. Oh shit, this is bad. When Ninja Gaiden Black and 2? Ninja Gaiden Black 2 or Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden 2? I guess that's what you initially wrote, so I shouldn't really mix it up with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. You never said 2 Black. So, I saw... That was a DQ. I saw Ninja Gaiden Black on sale the other day. Didn't feel like buying it since I have... That's a disqualification. Since like I have there's some nice collision play right here. Since like slamming this bitch down while enemies are below me is a good thing. That armor that she has, man. This one down. Will Zestus make something on Wonderful 101? Beautiful game. I like it. I doubt I'll make anything about it though. Don't have anything crazy to offer in that game. I miss those crushing, slashing Greek weapons. In mechanics, although it got revived in God of War Ragnarok, but the Blades of Olympus Divine Retribution has a weak animation effect. Like Fairy's Wand. Let me get Zeus real quick. Realm of Hades. Boop. Hardest video in terms of gameplay was probably the Ragnarok NG Plus stream during Arnwood and stuff, though it might not count under the criteria of videos, I guess. Yeah, it was a stream. That was the hardest stream, yeah. Yeah, that was the hardest thing ever. Because like, I felt miserable to my core. You won't believe. Like, you're gonna see it on the stream if you go ahead and watch it. My face literally dies. Like, if you go ahead and watch it, it's like one of those historic things, you know, where it shows a picture and a guy like is smiling, you know. It's Al Pacino, for example. He's smiling, and if you show this half of his face, he's sad. If you show that half of his face, he's laughing. Some deep philosophical shit like that was going on. My face literally died when I found out I cannot skip the Atreus sections or Ironwood or anything. Like, my face died at that moment. Watch the first, literally the first hour or two of the stream, or the first 10 minutes to be more precise. That was the happiest version of me I think ever in my 24 years of life, ever. You skip to the last couple of minutes and it's just like this, and it's just me talking about, I don't know, whatever at the time. Very miserable. What is a sad and even more sad of a fact, after that whole stream and all that, it got even more miserable. What I did was like play music on my phone, play a video on my laptop, and just blast both of them and just barely even hold the controller to go through Ironwood. And that was just horrible. After that, I felt like shit. I was like, what the hell did I just do? Like, did I really just fucked up my brain with this insane amount of multitasking like that? Like, I never touched the game's main campaign after that. For like, I don't know how many months. All the hype for New Game Plus just died for me. Of course, I did come back and I believe make another stream of New Game Plus, but after that it all stopped. Like it was miserable going through that. That's when I promised myself I am never, ever, ever, ever just going through the main campaign again. And it's especially sad. It's a very fantastic combat system, but I have Valhalla now, so there's that. Good thing we have God of Valhalla. Yeah, it gave me what I want from Ragnarok. It is still sad though, since we're not fighting Ragnarok main campaign bosses, main campaign encounters. But I'm fine with what we have in Valhalla. Valhalla is like one linear game design. I love it. What would you say about the rumor saying that you will get back into the Yoko stuff? There's a rumor that I'm getting back into the Yoko stuff. I see only what I have come to destroy. Taking pity on you has been my greatest mistake, Kratos. But taking pity on this thing will prove to be your greatest mistake. This has nothing to do with her. It has everything to do with her. Put her down! As you wish. This man did not skip shoulder day. Look at his shoulders. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Boom. Boom. Bam. But this fight is piss easy in Pain Plus. I make it fun for myself by doing the fight like in some other ways without abusing grabs. Unless I want to punish him like this in a normal one. In Pain Plus though, I doubt there's... Okay, you know what? For the sake of deep hits, as I like to call them. Boom. Oh, is that a deep hit? Is that a deep hit or is it the arc back hitting? Boom. And only punish for with the air grab. Yeah, let's do the deep hit game with him. Bitch. I love this fight very much. It's not often that you have a boss fight in God of War that you can grab. It's like a normal enemy. Just amazing. More than 2 years of speedrun and still didn't discover a way to skip bad parts of Ragnarok. New glitches are still sometimes being discovered, although at least. I love this fight very much, man. The amount of interactions I can have with it is just fun. It is not the hardest boss in the world, but it is very good. Hey, I've never heard him say that. Or I guess I've heard him say that. Boom. Such an amazing fight. So like the mission in the God of War S rank run, it starts with this fight. Like the part after the cutscene. That's when the timer begins. See, like, if you restart after taking a hit here, this is where the timer begins. So yeah, when I normally play against him, I not only, but like mostly grab when he's in the air. You can do this. You can deadass keep on repeating this. But this is a run putting emphasis on the deep hit, so let's actually deep hit a lot. Unless he's in the air and I want to drop him back down. Get your ass down. Like, he never learns. Are you serious? How do you direct or redirect your launches? Triangle. It's hard to master. I mean, this basically. You don't always have to charge your launcher. You usually do this. Boom. Like attack, buffer like this. That way it gives you a better sense of where to aim it. But then again, it's not that hard to aim it. Like, you just face the enemy and boom. God of War 1 Pain Redux would be awesome. The reason I'm not gonna start that up is because I recently did a Pain run. I'm gonna wait for me to cool off from God of War 1. Which, by the way, that would have been the perfect Pain Redux. Except, it was poorly done, like, on screen, of course. Off screen, it was very awesome. It was a nice derust. What else? Let me think. It was a nice derust, and it also was like I really missed God of War 1. And like what better way to return to it other than Pain Plus? Okay, so this is a part where I can input my deep hit. And even now, yeah, it turned into an off-screen Pain Plus run that got slightly continued with a basically high-off drunk type run on stream. Remember that God of War no lag run plus stream? Deep hit, come on. Is that, why was that not a deep hit? This one I get because he bounced. That attack is air parryable, air blockable, I mean. I know all your techniques. That's the first stage of Zeus done, Zeus done, Zeus done, Zeus done, Zeus. He bounced. When an enemy bounces for your plume or spirit attack, they don't get the deep hit on them. So yeah, that God of War 1 Pain run was done off screen to just kind of cool off and have some fun with the game. Then I streamed that No Lag Run Plus, which was a very funny stream. I was way too tired, like 2 hours of sleep that day. Came back and I was very frustrated that my day got wasted. I got a bad day that time. So I was like, I'm gonna stream no matter what because I want to test this lag that I was facing at the time in my streams. It turned out it was because of OBS, but I got a new Ethernet cable. I got a lot of things. And so in that stream, it was a lot of fun. It was still the God of War 1 pain run. And then I did a chill stream, which was the finale of the God of War 1 pain run. And I discovered the amazing Satyr's advancement in pain. Where, you know, I started ringing out Satyrs in pain run. Like, no, you know, usually in that 11 Satyrs encounter, we ring out Satyrs by doing the home run technique with the Artemis. Now, I just suddenly got the idea by remembering that one strat Xemnas showcased once for another encounter. He sent a Satyr the same way over a border. So I suddenly remembered that, and I was like, let's try it here. Maybe the Satyr gets ringed out. And thank God I kept on with it, because at first it seemed like it wasn't going to work. Then it worked. And so like that kind of is a huge discovery. It also happened around the time Dante did the discovery for the translator, which is the greatest discovery of all time in God of War in my opinion. But my discovery happening so short after Dante's discovery is just amazing. But Xemnas. But Xemnas. Man, Okos. I'm gonna say it again. Okos are very entertaining. So like, you guys see it with the view count. Usually like right now with challenge runs, I average 50 views. When it's an Oko, like at 2 hours Oko, 2 hours into an Oko stream, and we have the most insane shit ever. You know what? I have an idea. Let me save right here. Yeah, right here. I need to save. Hold up. I'm gonna make this easy for retries. Since like it's all a boss fight. Starting from here, we have this Zeus save data right here. Upper chamber of the flame. Alright, I'm gonna save right here. So now I have a manual save here. So like that Zeus fight back there is gonna be one mission. Then starting from here is gonna be another mission. It's just a big hassle to restart. Like if I take a hit here, I lose the S rank. I have to restart through a lot of cutscenes to make it back here. It's not gonna be fun. 2 hours into Oko would be like 300 viewers. So that's like X6 to 50 people. Yes. Not X. Is it X? Yeah, it's X6. It is actually insane how much it sells to just basically do the Oko. And I can do literally start a God of War 1 Oko right now. I just won't because nah. I'm not about that. I'm about challenge runs. I'm about, especially now, making the S rank run for God of War 3 and all that. I don't like Okos. The one can't deny how entertaining they are. That's all that I'm saying. Wake up, father. Uncle Sam is knocking the door. Day 9 of asking for a Valhalla chill stream? You know I should do that. Except I'm very poor piss at the game. I love the setting in here very much, man. Like the sun, not the sun, I guess the moon in the background. It's just very beautiful. Dun dun dun.
The reign of Olympus ends now.
That's just how it is, truly. 2 hours into an Oko stream, a lot of hype is getting built up in this stream. Hell, reaching near the end game, like Loom Chamber level, you'd have 400 viewers. Like deadass insane numbers that I never dream of having in normal streams. Okos are always like that one event that happens in a day. And when you go far, it's just very fucking hype. And I've seen those numbers. Like here, hell, God of War 3, by the time we make it to Hercules, I remember the Oko for God of War 3. By the time we made it to Hercules, we would average 300 viewers. Insane! Like that doesn't happen, and it would consistently happen. Every time we make it there, do the silly voice acting, and then it looked like just YouTube pushing that stream to the algorithm. Like so many views. But overall, it's bad for me. I don't like Okos. I don't have fun in Okos. It is good for business. It brings in the views. It's just bad for me. Kratos and Zeus are so mean to one another. I wonder why. Is there a chance you first play through Black Myth Wukong on stream? Nah. It was pretty hype, yeah. That was the big part of it, yeah. Zeus with this finale. Deep, can I deep hit your heart, Gaia? I can't. Crazy how the Oko Gills get more views than the video with the W. Is that truly what's happening right now? What you laughing at, pussy? And that's a disqualification right there.
I'll put an end to this chaos.
Ah, it worked! God, I love strafing in these God of War games, man. It's the best thing in the world. Like, look at this. Look, 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 look. Not a single other game does this. Look. Look at this. God, it's amazing. It just activates every single dopamine receptor that I have. Every single one of it. Now here's the new way to grab them in the air. Right after that combat grapple. There's your Redux. You can do it pretty fine again after that whole thing. Like if he does this, combat grapple in the air, jump grab. And you have a chance of grabbing him. Because it's a great thing that the devs thought about, you know, this. Like he doesn't allow you to always grab him in the air like this. At times he prolongs the fight, and that's not something you want. The more you hit him with actual hits, the more problematic he gets. Boom. Boom. Better than the launcher. Now the AoE damage. amazing. Hello? One air grab and that's gonna be done. Boom. Boom. And that's all the health you regen. By the way, you don't have to be doing this very fast. Just do it. Like, just do it. My deep hits never fail me, pussy. I'd give him 4 more grabs. That's a nice punish. Damn. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit.
I'll put an end to this chaos.
I doubt there's a way to incorporate any deep hits into this. Ouch. My torso. This theme is what I listen often in the morning. In the morning? In the morning I listen to metal. To sort of like calm my mind. There's the half grab. I haven't seen that in a while. Half grab. Still I have the grab animation. Kratos finds that he can't really attack him in that perfect time, so he's like, okay, I'm just gonna do half of that grab animation. How has the stream been going? Very fun. And having a lot of fun with today's stream. This is the best way. There's no reduxing this. Or incorporating deep hit? Boom. Hello? Are you stupid? I don't mind if I deep hit you. Boom. Boom. Not this day, Sonny. The only time I can incorporate deep hits in this fight would be when he's trying to go for the heal. Or here. Now what an end. See, like, something I noticed when I finished the God of War 2 Oko. Like, when I was finishing God of War 3 Oko, the moment I grabbed this guy, I knew it was over. The QT is so well made. Like the buttons on the sides. I'm so confident while doing this. Still have to focus. But generally just L1 and R1. Buttons on the sides. One part is risky. This part is here is fun. You mash circle. This one single part right here is risky that I have to put focus in. And then the explosion happens. Ha! Worst case scenario. You'll end up in Valhalla. It did wonders for me. Forefathers one and all, bear witness. It's over. and then doing this. This how was God of War 3's Oko. This is how it went. 2? Even when I was done grabbing him, I couldn't believe it because like you're gonna notice it when you go back and watch the God of War 2 Oko. Even when he's wildly swinging at the end and the fight is basically over, I still wasn't excited. I went up and grabbed him and then got excited. It's over or whatever I said. I still had the fear of stabbing him, tossing him to the pillars behind me, and then he disappears. Because that is a glitch that can happen in God of War 2. So it's like, even then I was scared. I was like, let's just not get excited. But then I couldn't hold it in. I still got excited. And then even after that, it was still not over because the worst QTE section was coming up. Like at that part, I don't know why everything is just so much scarier to do. It's just a normal QTE segment. But it is just very scary to do. Like that's why the hype only started at the very end. Like when I absolutely made sure there's no more buttons to press. And man, that reaction. Like that reaction is priceless. Oh, come on! Yes, insane. I always go ahead and watch that. I go back and watch that a lot, and the Clotho part, like that. The Clotho was just something else, man. That Gogeta Kamehameha remake, just too fucking iconic. On that note, lads, thank you very much for tuning in. This was a very, very fun Pain Plus run. The next God of War 3 run that I'm planning is definitely the Nemesis Whip run. Because like the S rank run is going to take a lot of testing. Heck of a lot of testing. So the next God of War 3 run, I can assure you, is going to be the God of War 3 Nemesis Whip run. It's going to be a Nemesis Whip only run. It's not going to be a Nemesis Whip Pain Plus. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you had fun in the chat. I hope you learned some new strats. This has been your Extreme Gamer Zesty. Peace. Thank you.